Travis, they're your gaming friends. Chris Thomas, Jackson's Media Grounds, movie reviews and gaming sounds. Eric the Professor, knowledge so deep, gaming history, secrets it keeps. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. Chris from Jackson's Media Grounds, movie reviews and gaming sounds. Eric the Professor, knowledge so deep, gaming history, secrets he keeps. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. Nathan the 8-bit legend, old school cool, retro games, he's the rule. Travis the PC master, tech so fine, building rigs, crossing the line. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. So grab your snacks and settle in. The Garage Gamer show is about to begin. Late night with the Garage Gamer, let the gaming fun begin.
What up, what up? Late Night Live, episode 45. Hey, we got a special guest for you tonight. Galaga Guy 88 is in the house. What's up,
Hello. Oh, nothing much, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I got to catch a little bit of your stream before the show. So, yeah.
Feeling good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like Eric's not going to be here tonight. Travis should be popping back on. I don't know what happened to him. So, Ichabod Crane's in the house. What's up, my friend? Ace of Jack's Media Grounds is back. Oh, Travis is in the waiting room. Hold on. There he is.
I'm back.
All right, there we go. Galaga Guy 88, did you get to play any games last week with all the stuff going on?
Oh man, we got to play some pinball last week. And then also too, I know this is going to sound like a broken record, but I've almost beat Xenoblade 3. I keep picking it back up and putting it down, picking it back up, putting it down. I'm like 85 hours into it. So
wow,
for someone with 2 kids, like 85-hour game is like takes me a while. But yeah, I'm still like
right.
I'm almost there. I can't give up. So yeah, I almost beat it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll feel really good when you finish that. 85 hours on anything is good.
Yeah. Well, whenever you only can play like maybe 2 or 3 hours a week, 85 hours is a long time.
Oh yeah, especially when you got kids bugging you every 5 seconds about something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then like every time there's like an important movie or something that's played, then they start screaming and they want something. You're like, I'm trying to listen.
Right, it's always like an important cutscene.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it never fails.
Like, come on. Yeah. So yeah, but I've almost beat that, so I've been playing that too. Burger Time Babe and I still have been playing the Nintendo World Championship too. Not very good at it, but we like to play it because it's just fun to do and try to beat each other's score and stuff and see who wins. So we're still playing that too.
Yeah. Oh, Burger Time Babe's going to bed, I guess. Thanks for the like.
Yeah. So, she's pretty tired. She's like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
No, we're gonna have to get you on our text thread, or I think we're eventually gonna start a Discord. But we'll post our times for Nintendo World Championships on there every week because we're always posting those. And it seems like Eric or Dathan, you had some really good times the week before, so it's always good. I playing those levels, I didn't realize like if you go back to those individual events, like you can see your world ranking in there, and you can try to beat your previous like medal percentage. So that's really cool. So yeah, that's the game that keeps on giving. I'm like, I just saw that I hit 30 hours on that game. So
The major downfall of that game is it's not online. I'm like, man, if this would be online, this game would
Right.
conquer. Like,
Can't do online parties and stuff like that.
yeah,
yeah, my brother, he loves it too, and it's like, getting together with families, it's hard, and it's like, man, I wish we could just play online and just, but oh well, they did what they did.
that Super Nintendo version will have it.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
All right, Ace of Jacks Media Grounds, Chris, how you doing, sir? We had a good time last week. Did you get to play any games this past week, sir? Oh, you're muted, bro. Hello. You there?
You're still
Nope.
muted.
We'll come back to you, Dathan.
Okay, go back to Chris. So this week I played. There were three things this week. So I went back to Astrobot.
Nice.
Because I haven't finished that, so I'm going through that. I wanted to get the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster for $10. But I could not find my original copy, and for some reason I thought I had it on digital, but apparently I had it on physical the whole time. And so I was trying all three of my PS4s to restore the licenses and try to figure out where it was, and couldn't find it. And then it was just sitting in a steelbook somewhere. So after 3 hours of trying to get that down, I got it installed, and I was like, I don't feel like playing it right now because I was so frustrated. And the third thing is I played a lot of pinball yesterday. I played some very, very good pinball. I did very well. And then other spots I did very, very bad. So it kind of evens out in the end. So that's where I put my gaming for this week.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you went to a pinball tournament.
I did find a new pinball bar to go to that they just built a couple of weeks ago. That's where I did the mini tournament yesterday. And it's probably going to be my go-to place because it's only about 10 minutes from the house and about 5 minutes from Eric's house. So it's probably going to be a place to go to where we're at. Now, like next level is probably about just under an hour for us to get to from where we are.
Right. And we did hear you did pretty well on one pinball game. Do you want to share your score on that one?
So they had it was the X-Men launch party pinball, and so they had that one set up, and so I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and I'll throw a game on there. This was a non-tournament game, so it was just like an F around game. And I ended up getting 252 million on it. I don't think I had any extra balls either. I think it was just straight 252, and just it was one of those things where I just kept getting multi-ball and just kept looking down, didn't look up, just kept
Let's go, bub.
Going on for a while. So even because they had one of the Stern representatives at the pinball place who was setting the tournament up, and he's like, "Wow, that's a pretty top score right there." So.
Oh really?
But
there was someone was from Stern was there.
I think so. He may have been a representative for them, or just like an ambassador type person. But yeah, I got 252, but then when I played in the tournament, I could barely get 15, and so I don't know what was going on. That seems to usually happen. But
good job.
But it was okay. Yeah, the tournament I did not do very well at all. There were a lot of the pro players there and league players, and it just seemed like the same people won they do every time that they have those. So it was a good experience, and will I do it again? Yeah, probably. But yeah, it was good. Had a good time.
Chris, do we have you? Chris, you need to come back in. There you go. All right. Travis, are you there?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Did you get to play any games?
I did. Dragon Age.
Nice. Yes. How is that going?
It's meh, to be honest. I mean, I don't despise it, but I don't like it. Well, I don't dislike it, I guess. I don't dislike it. It's right now it's a solid 7 out of 10. The biggest turnoff to me actually is the animation style. And maybe I misremember how the other Dragon Ages were, but I could have swore that they were a little bit more realistic in their animation. This feels almost Pixar-like to me in the character animations and stuff. So I guess with my high fantasy stuff, I prefer it to be a little bit more gritty looking, I guess. Um, and the dialogue is pretty is it's like every 5 sentences there's something where you're like, that could have used a pass through on the editing table. But the combat feels like Knights of the Old Republic, so that's a bonus for it because I did really like the
Nice.
Knights of the Old Republic games. So it's
Nice.
got the same idea where it's action focused, and then you bring up your menus like you did with your force powers in Knights of the Old Republic, and it pauses combat so you can throw off, your party members, and you can have them do different abilities while you're in that little dialogue wheel, and then you resume and go back to smashing faces and stuff. So that's my quick review of it.
How many hours are you into it?
30.
Oh, you are 30. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know that I accidentally killed a boss I wasn't supposed to be able to. That took like an hour, I think, of sitting there, or like 40 minutes of kind of kiting it around and dealing with it. Turns out that then when I entered the area, everything was like 10 levels ahead of me. So I don't think I was supposed to actually be able to do that. Um, and so that probably took a lot of time. Well, took some time. But I don't know if I'm necessarily really fast at playing these games because I do actually read the stuff for the most part, and and kind of spend time in that aspect of it. Oh, and I spent way too much time making my character, trying to make it less Pixar-like, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and then you only get a choice of 4 voices: 2 male, 2 female. None of them are to my liking.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I ended up picking a female protagonist, because the female won, I think, with the high pitch option or medium pitch option. I think I enjoyed the most out of those voices that were there. So I did restart it because I couldn't deal with the original character I made.
For those kind of games, you definitely need like a really good character creator
Yeah.
tool before
And it's
it.
good. It's just the animation style I don't think I like. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, it does give you all the options except for the dialogue choices, which I understand is limited in budget. But yeah, and also I don't like the fact that they call you Rook the entire time. That's how they get along around the naming convention. So because it's all voice acted, so they're like, so hey Rook, or hey, I got Rook here. And I'm like, you didn't have to actually refer to the character by name. You could have done all of this dialogue without it and not given me some goofy rookie, whatever Rook is supposed to be, name, right? Because you're also not a rookie. You've been around for quite some time. So
You're no rookie.
Yeah, so I don't even know where that nickname came from, unless it's some piece of Dragon Age mythology I'm forgetting over the years. So yeah. Anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, right now I give it a 7 out of 10. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying like rush out and get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're still gonna play more of it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I bought it, and it's a joy to play, in a way. It does that thing where it's like walking the fine line of being too easy, and then randomly hitting you with something that's difficult enough to keep it interesting and keep you on your toes. But yeah, I don't have any desire to like quit playing it. It hasn't turned me away in any way, and it's not boring. It's just not what I was super excited that a new Dragon Age was coming out, and I don't know why, because to be honest, I didn't pay that much attention to the other ones, but I liked all of them except this one here so far. Is going to be the lowest on the pile.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Chris. No.
Audio. No, the vampires got it.
Yeah, you need to mess with your mic settings, my friend.
We can get into our VHS porno
There he
collection,
is.
Need some of that old man juice.
Okay,
Maybe
he
we
says
have
I'll
a
be back.
dial-in number. We can do the Zoom thing.
Restart your computer or something. Meatball Saucy's in the house. Dude, if you guys didn't hear, Meatball Saucy was at Next Level
Nice.
last week. He is the man. And
I was pretty bummed when I saw those pictures. I wasn't there. I didn't get to meet him, so I was pretty bummed about that.
Yeah.
That's
you
awesome.
know, we weren't the best pinball players. But hey, the guy is a super nice guy, and we were really excited to have you there. So hopefully next time we do that, we'll get some more people out there. Hopefully we'll get Dathan or
And
Travis
me,
maybe,
yeah,
and
I would have come
Yeah.
out. I was pretty bummed about it, and I have a important medical test I need to go in for on Monday, and it's one that I've been waiting for like 3 months. So
sure.
I just have been kind of nervous about being around crowds, although I still go to the gym, and I know that's not, you know what I mean.
What an ugly thing to say.
Yes, and it's super distant. My wife was shocked I didn't go because she was just like, "Pinball's your thing. You're not
I
going."
need to
I'm
I
like,
need to come up with that
nervous.
excuse like when I don't want to hang out with you guys, like I got some doctor's
No,
thing I can't
no,
go
you don't want to have that
out.
excuse. It's like when I presented into the when I presented into the ER, I got to skip the line. You don't want to be the one who gets to skip the line. I'll just tell
Yeah,
you that.
gotcha.
They normally think something's wrong. If that's the case, yeah. So
You don't
no.
want the fast pass. You don't want
No,
that.
and you don't want the get out of social events excuse either. You'd rather just continue having to suffer through it. So yeah, yeah.
But to answer your question, Meatball, I tried the DLC for Vampire Survivors, and it was good. I think Dathan's comment 2 weeks ago about how there's no achievements for the DLC kind of like, oh, you're right. I guess I got some. I 100% of the game before any of the DLC, and then I started this, and I was getting some new achievements, and I figured it was due to that new DLC, but no, it was apparently some other DLC I was getting achievements for, or some update. But yeah, I don't like how there's and maybe this is not the right information, Dathan. I don't know, but there are no new achievements for this, but overall, though, I thought it was cool going into Dracula's castle and doing the inverted stuff and some of the
Yeah.
teleporting, like just like Symphony of the Night. So
Yeah, it was a cool touch. I do like it. There is a lot of content. You definitely get your money's worth. I think it was $5 or $4.
yeah,
And you definitely get your money's worth. I think there's 40 characters that you can unlock with it, and a ton of new combination weapons, and there's quite a bit of stuff to go through with it. And Dracula's castle is massive. It's just huge. So
okay, yeah. He says there's no new Steam achievements.
yeah, so the developers, their reasoning behind they didn't want any new achievements or trophies or anything was because they wanted the people that had already 100%ed everything. They didn't want it to be like, oh, another drag on type thing where it's like, oh, I have to do this again now to make it, it's 100% again. So that was their main reasoning behind it.
Gotcha. Just for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, when Chris comes back, if we gets his mic, we can talk more about the pinball tournament stuff. I do want to touch on tonight. So I guess we didn't have a show last week, and there is some video game stuff I want to touch on. A lot of weird stuff going on with Xbox. Some good, some bad, maybe.
Their
The
new
stream is an
campaign.
Xbox.
This is not an Xbox.
Yeah. So we'll go over all that. I have some video, some other stuff. Oh, what is he saying? Normally I knock these DLCs out in a day, but this had some significant replay for sure.
Nice.
I did see the Video Game
that's good.
Awards on next month. They just said that the DLCs for video games can win like Video Game of the Year this year. So I think that's a change.
So, like, is this still Jeff Knightley's baby?
Yeah, Jeff Keighley.
Okay. Or Keeley. I don't know why. Yeah, this is still his thing.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're his biggest fan. I can see.
Yeah, sure.
So they're saying DLCs can now be.
What's that?
They're saying DLCs can now be considered for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I think what it is they want the Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree to be up there for Game of the Year. and
I
this is
just
their way.
I don't get why they would do it. I don't like it because I don't like that they would encourage DLC over it. I would prefer you to create a sequel and call it a sequel if you want me to consider it anything more than just tacked on content
Hmm.
that was left either on the cutting room floor or came out later because you're in the middle of making a new engine. But even if you were in the middle of making a new engine, make that game the third in the series and just give me a proper second. Right? Like from what I know of the Erdtree one, I think that from what they kind of hyped it with, it didn't make any sense to me that they didn't actually make that just and call it a sequel because I thought it contained like hours and hours and hours of gameplay.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, like so they should have just called that a sequel and just let it go. You know, and if people complain that the sequel is a little short, then okay, then that's what it was, right? But I don't like encouraging the game industry to be like, hey, you can create DLC and it's going to become game of the year and, and give it more weight than it's worth when it comes to awards. Like, I mean, it's just like with the Academy Awards, right? Don't they have like, best short picture as
Hmm.
opposed, like they separate them, right? I think that it
Yeah.
should be that way. I don't think that it should be.
They
I
should have
don't
their
know.
own category.
Yeah, maybe it's funny because I'm not that sensitive like Eric is to DLC, and
Hmm.
that's kind of a hot topic. Like I actually don't mind it at all, but I kind of want it to be known that this is what it is, and if you're on the cusp of something great, spend another 8 months, a year, and give me a proper sequel. That's all I'm
Yeah.
asking, right?
So what kind of goes with that is, do you guys remember when you had Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, and then they had Miles Morales, which was about a 10 to 12 hour campaign for the PS4, which a lot of people thought it was DLC, pretty
Mhm.
much, but it was a standalone game that was $40 when it came out. So that kind of is kind of to what you're saying is to make it its own game, which is what
Yeah,
Sony did with Spider-Man.
man, and if it's 6 to 8 hours, it might as well just be its own game, in my opinion. I don't care if
Hmm.
it's using the same engine or whatever. If it's got a decent story or a decent evolution of what it was, if we're talking story based, because that tends to be where this DLC comes from,
Hmm.
I would say just throw it out there as a sequel and let people know, like, hey, you can expect 6 to 8 hours if the original was like 30 hours in length. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know. Like, I'd rather there just be truth in advertising and then treat it as it is, you know? I mean, I guess that
Well,
kind of touches on a whole thing as to how long does a game need to be before we consider it a game, right?
right,
Or
and
before,
and
yeah,
to that point, I think the DLC for Shadow of the Erd Tree was like $40, so that's
Yeah.
pretty up
Hmm.
there. And
That's the price of a sequel, right? Like,
but
yeah.
I will say I will counter it with they are gonna make an Elden Ring 2, like for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So you
I
know,
don't know. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm thinking back to like the Baldur's Gate. Remember, they had like Ultima did this too, where it would be like, because the role playing games are really guilty of this, where they release the title, and then about a year later, you get like an add-on. We used to get an add-on box that you'd go pick up,
Hmm.
that would then add content to the game, but it didn't quite feel like, I think the DLC oftentimes feels more quick to market than that stuff did, to be honest with you. I don't know if it was me going to the store and buying a boxed physical copy that made me feel like it was a bit more glorious than the DLC that I normally get. But when I look at DLC, I tend to think that it's going to be about 5 hours in length. And,
Hmm.
and that's about it, right? And just
Right.
something extra. So I don't know. I don't know. I've heard that the God of War Valhalla DLC was really, really good, but because it's DLC, as much as I loved that game, it's on the back pile, and I moved on to Dragon Age. Now that I just mentioned that, that does remind me to your original question, Ryan, is should I quit playing Dragon Age if I'm not that into it and dive back in and go beat Valhalla real quick, right? Like now that's gonna be in the craw, right?
and there are those games that have it's the ongoing games where they have seasons,
Yeah,
and like
Hmm.
Diablo 4 has their whatever their new age of death or whatever it's called.
yep,
And I
Destiny
don't,
2.
yeah, Destiny, all these games. So
Yeah.
that is almost DLC. I don't know. It's like there's a blurred line there. So can that
yeah.
win Game of the Year? Like I don't know. So
Well,
probably in my mind, no.
In Diablo 4 just released the expansion, which I don't. That's what the RPGs do. They release the expansion packs, which I for some reason in my brain, I don't consider it DLC because I expect more out of it
Yeah.
than when somebody says, "Hey, there's new DLC for this game." Like expansion, I expect 10 to 20 hours of solid content with new plot, new whatever. With DLC, I expect it to just be a couple extra new quests, that sort of thing. So maybe it's more on Elden Ring for not calling it an expansion and calling it DLC if they did. I can't remember how it was marketed at the time.
Yeah.
So
No,
anyway.
it's not just Elden Ring too. Like,
Yeah.
there's some other ones that I think are going to be up there. So
Yeah.
that's the one that comes to my mind.
Alan
Anyway.
Wake has supposedly got some really good
Oh,
DLC.
yeah,
They
the
said
Alan Wake
that's
one.
the one that got some traction a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Right.
What if they
So
did
anyway.
like Elden Ring 1.1 and 1.2? Like it was technically a sequel, but like it's still kind of in the same realm. Maybe that would be a little bit easier than doing a whole sequel. I don't know.
So
I'm
I
trying to
never
spitball here.
played the game. Did it just open up another spot in the original game, or how
Yeah.
did it?
So
how did it work?
to even get to the DLC, you actually have to beat a boss that's pretty far into it,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's not like it's like you can just buy the game and start the DLC, and you have to have your character needs to be significantly leveled up to play it, because you jump right in there and the enemies are out for they they're out for your blood. Like,
So in that sense, I would look at it. I wouldn't even look at it as DLC. I would look at it as expansion.
Yeah,
At
I think
that
think
point.
so. Yeah.
agreed. All
So
right.
boo on Elden Ring makers from Soft for screwing up their marketing, I guess, and causing this whole change.
But it makes for a good discussion for sure.
For
Mhm.
sure.
All right, let's go on to the Xbox stuff. So what do you guys think about this? Xbox, this is an Xbox. This is an Xbox wherever you want. This is, yep, you got it. This is an Xbox. This too. That's not an Xbox. You're watching this on an Xbox. Oh, do we have Chris here?
Am I here?
Oh my gosh, you're here.
There he is.
Can hear me? Okay. Yeah, I found out with Windows updating their system last night, the Yeti microphones don't work anymore.
I got a lot of
problems with you people.
But Chris, we're talking about Xbox now. What did you think of their new marketing campaign here?
I have not seen any of it.
What?
No,
This is the new campaign.
Woohoo!
And you know what? I do have. Let's see if I can do this on here. There's a quiz you can take. You ever take one of those quizzes in school, but like you didn't study? Should
All
we
the
do that?
time.
All right.
I mean, every quiz in school. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Let's see. Does that look better? Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. You guys ready? What is an Xbox? All right. Start. All right. Is this an Xbox?
Looks like a taco to me.
Mm.
We're going to say yes. Despite being occasionally mistaken for a monolith of a mysterious power, Xbox Series X is actually our Xbox console with the most power. Okay. Moving on. Is this an Xbox? Travis.
It could technically be, unless it's going to be streaming content to it, and where I think the lag's going to be too much.
So yes or no?
Oh, we're supposed to be answering it.
Yeah. Yes or no?
Sure.
Yes, this is an Xbox.
I get what they're doing.
The Xbox app on Windows PC can magically transform personal computers into Xboxes. But is this an Xbox? Like, I do have...
Yeah.
All right. Is this an Xbox? Chris?
No, I would say no on that one.
Okay, we'll
I
say
think it'd be
no.
funny if you said yes and it said it was.
Do you want to say yes? Should we say
So
yes?
far.
All right, yes. No.
Oh,
This is not an
Microsoft is now
Xbox.
mad at you. Right.
This is a cat box. And
Oh.
while you can occasionally find a cat inside your Xbox looking at you, Stray, it's more
Yeah.
common to find one cozied up in this feline-friendly space. Okay. All right. So we're good on that. Is this an Xbox? I think this is a phone.
Yes.
Dathan?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's an Xbox?
I think it is because
What?
my take on this whole thing is they're pushing Game Pass.
Yeah.
They're pushing
Yep.
the Game Pass thing that you can play on anything. You can put it on all your electronic devices.
Okay.
I want
so
them to
you're
show
sure.
a Nokia.
So
An
this
old
is a
school
yes.
Nokia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
All right, this is an Xbox. With cloud gaming, your favorite mobile devices can become convenient pocket-sized Xboxes. Xboxes, a plural Xbox. Thanks, portable Xbox buddy. Okay, I don't know. Is this an Xbox? What is that?
No, that's PlayStation 5.
That's the Series S. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Is that the Series S? That's really small. That's like the Series S super slim. I guess we'll say that is a yes. Yes, this is an Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, the Series S is in fact an Xbox. We tried to make that clear with the name. You know that Xbox part because okay, yeah. Is this an Xbox? Chris?
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like a bento box.
That's
It is
exactly
a-
what it is.
But is that an Xbox?
Yes.
Yes. No. This is not an
I'm
Xbox.
so confused now.
This is a bento box. While it may help power your day after lunch, it can't power your dreams like an Xbox can.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Sometimes
that-
good food.
I've got dreams of eating some good food, and that looks like good food. So
Yeah, and add Galaga Guy's like special concoctions he's drinking with it. That can
There you
definitely
go.
power your dreams, right, buddy?
Yeah, it'll put you to sleep pretty quick. So you can dream.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants this one? Is this an Xbox?
I'm assuming it's a Fire Stick, so yes, it is an Xbox because you can play.
We're going yes. Are you sure that looks like a TV?
Yes.
All right. Yes, this is an Xbox. Finally, you can play Xbox on a smart TV. Well, you could before, but now you can do it with an Xbox console, like directly on your TV because your TV is an Xbox. Okay. Is this an Xbox?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is that? A ROG Ally? I don't know.
Yeah, that looks like the.
So does the ROG Ally, it's Steam based, is it not? Like isn't it a Steam machine?
Yeah,
I think it's Windows.
So maybe it is not an Xbox, Travis? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, they're gonna say it is. I just wondered if like they're selling the Xbox Game Pass through. I mean, they must have partnered with Asus to distribute it somehow on there, right? But I thought that the OS was basically the Steam OS. So either that or they're just gonna allow you to download the Xbox games.
No, it's a Windows 11 OS.
Oh, it is. Okay, then
Yeah.
it for sure is an Xbox.
You're sure about that?
For sure, yeah.
For sure?
1,000%. I've never
Okay,
seen
it
an
says
Xbox
this is-
more Xboxy than that.
It says this is an Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. I don't know about that. Okay.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this an Xbox?
It's an Oculus, right? So it's got to be. Yep. Mark Zuckerberg's all up in it.
That's an Xbox? No way.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be.
It is.
No, what?
I went
Yeah,
to my
it is.
Xbox 360, opened the DVD drive, and Mark Zuckerberg popped right out.
That is not an Xbox. You can wear an Xbox directly on your face with the MetaQuest headset, which can stream
Yeah.
hundreds of games with Game Pass Ultimate.
And
Okay.
Netflix.
Is this an Xbox?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
for me.
yeah. You can
It
play
looks like
Dragon's Lair on your TV using your remote. So yeah, you're good. Total Xbox.
wow. We'd probably say this about all of them, but Xbox is straight fire. You can stream games directly on the Amazon Fire. Okay. All right. Are you viewing this on an Xbox? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Well,
Yes.
viewing it in a web browser on an Xbox, yeah.
We're technically on YouTube. Is that an Xbox?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Twitch.
And Twitch. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, this is an
Yep.
Xbox.
Good job, Microsoft. The world is an
Wow.
Xbox.
All right. Should we view our score?
Yeah. I'm still going to argue. I'm going to send them an email about that cat litter box. That for sure is an Xbox. They got that one wrong.
Wow. We didn't score 812 out of 1700.
How do you get
Doesn't
1,700
make
points?
sense.
Yeah, hold on.
It's because
Maybe
it
it
was
took too long to
timed.
answer.
Yeah. I blame Chris.
Oh, I didn't know it was timed.
Share my results. I probably won't. Well, you guys saw it. All right.
I'm not even sure Microsoft knows what an Xbox is at this point anymore. You know,
Yeah, I think it's like
it's no longer the hardware for them; it's the software.
they're a software company now, and that's that might be a hard pill to swallow, almost like for some people. So I don't know.
I don't know. Does this open it up for now Microsoft to quit making the Xbox and pawn it off to Asus to make their version of the console, right? To an actual hardware company, and then just try to sell Game Pass along with it, right? Make an embedded OS and call it a day.
They definitely could.
Well, I think that's probably what they're going for because
Yeah.
there's such a low profit margin there with the hardware versus the software that they're probably like, you know, we can make more money on our software in this Game Pass than we can with hardware. Because even Phil Spencer this week had said that there's no interest in making a mid-cycle improvement to the console itself.
Yeah.
Like PlayStation's done with the Pro. So
yeah,
I don't know. Part of me is fine with it, but another part of me misses the days of like Halo. Like when it first came out, everybody had an Xbox and you'd hook those up as a LAN and go over and play it like your friend's dorm room or your neighbors or somewhere. You know, that was always the most fun thing to do.
Well, now you can play it on your phone.
Yeah.
So Meatball says that they've always been a software company, which they have, but they've always tried to break out and create a hardware segment within their business as well to diversify what they're in. And they've really tried selling that in the past. I mean, they've even gone as far as to make peripherals and things like that as well, right? So I don't think that it's bad to, you know, I don't think that it's the fault of us or anybody else for getting that part confused.
Travis, don't read that.
I already was watching it.
Oh.
If you want my hot takes on it, then you know, it's that Tyson's old, and shame on the kid for not being able to take advantage of it because he barely won. Like, and the guy's got a heck of a reach, greater than Tyson's. So if I was that kid, I'd be if I was the young man, I'd be ashamed that you know, that I didn't take advantage of that difference, because it was crazy how bad he was at taking advantage of it. A real fighter would have been able to finish that.
It's over.
Well, it was a lose-lose from the beginning. I mean, you're trying to sit there and tell me you're a boxer, but you're going to take on somebody who's been retired for how many years? He's in his, you know, late 50s.
Steps thinks it was rigged.
Everyone's coming on now that the fight's over.
Yeah, I don't think it was rigged, Steps. I don't think that Jake held back either. I think that was Tyson's plan was to wait for the bell, to be honest with you.
Both teams play hard, my man.
Yeah, both teams play hard. We fight with our
This
helmets.
Chipotle, a different one, is out of guacamole, out of chips.
Maybe they didn't get enough Chipotle steps.
That's a good point, Meatball
Is it an
Saucy.
Xbox?
Yeah, good job, Meatball.
PC gaming is where I am at in my life. Console exclusives not released on PC do not earn my money these days.
Nice work. Thanks for having my back. It's people like you that convert over that help get these exclusives ported over to PC.
Well,
So I can
Meatball Saucy,
finally
you don't just play PC. We saw you playing pinball the other day. So
Well, pinball's that's a complete.
Did you guys get a chance to play that NBA game, that big TV?
Oh yeah, do they have it there?
yes,
Yeah.
Chris and I
Is it
played.
good?
We liked it. Yeah,
Yeah?
Chris, do you want to talk about it, Chris?
Yeah, you mean how I whooped your ass with the Milwaukee Bucks?
Yeah. He played as Milwaukee, and Damian Lillard went off on my ass. James hates everything is in this. Like everyone's coming on now that the fight's over. But yeah, no. Who was saying that the game kind of played slow? I can't remember. Maybe it was Meatball Saucy? I don't know, but I thought it was pretty fun. It's got Tim Kitzrow, the announcer. The video, it looks really crisp and clean. It's got 3 buttons that's very similar to NBA Jam. Maybe it had 4.
Yeah.
And we had it on free
Is it
play,
not
so
just
like,
NBA Jam, just a modern version of it?
it's like a modern version of
Yeah,
NBA
okay.
Jam.
Yeah.
So
That's slower.
yeah, someone was saying it was a little slower, maybe.
Meatball Saucy says it's sluggish compared to NBA Jam.
Yeah, okay, I did hear from Meatball Sauce.
And I'd have to go back and play NBA Jam. It's been so long, it felt similar to NBA Jam for me. So maybe I just haven't played it in such a long time that
if you go back and play NBA Jam right now, the game is sluggish. Right? I've got the arcade one up right here.
well, that's arcade one up.
Yeah. Oh, brother.
Boom shakalaka!
Yeah.
I personally never got into basketball or basketball games on consoles or even in the arcade, so like I would be a terrible reviewer of that stuff. But you'd be able to beat me.
It's always the ability to knock down the other person. Made
Yeah,
those
is that
games
right?
so much
It's got the
fun.
rubber banding where you like if you're up, the other team always finds a way to come back at you and take you
Is that
out at
right?
the last second.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to Chris. Like I beat him in pinball, but he took it. He took out his frustrations on me on the basketball game. Do you guys even cover home arcade? Why so many arcade people watching? I started watching this show to get away from that crap.
Not
Right?
home arcade, really. We talk about it every once in a while.
We'll do like it's just not. Man, it's nothing that's like on the forefront of my mind anymore. Like I feel like I've been playing video
we
games.
spent what 40 minutes that one segment talking about the crane that we were going to.
Oh,
use.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
but the crane
We did talk
is
about
that's a
Okay, what a
business
crane.
opportunity.
We
That's
were gonna
Now
that's
he
use all the
started it.
Sheldon,
Yeah.
are you getting the
Money.
crane?
yeah.
Super
No.
chat money.
Yeah.
You're not getting it?
It has so many issues with it, and I even if it didn't have issues, I feel like it's kind of like
But it can
You
pick up a
already-
PS4
you-
controller.
Yeah.
yeah, you
But-
can take your own prizes and put it in there. I'm like, well, I'm winning my own prizes. Like, why?
No.
I don't know. Does it?
No, you're doing it wrong. You get the crane, and you have your friends bring their own beer, the promise of watching like a game,
Could you put
and
beer
then you
in
show
the
them
crane?
the crane. No, because you don't want that. Costs money. You buy the little cheap nickel things, and then you charge your friends $2 a whack. You set the hook to be super loose, and then you take them to the cleaners.
No, this is what you do. You get those little capsules. and you
Yeah.
you put little tickets in there, and you put like, oh, here's a.
Oh yeah, that's even
you
better.
get
And then
a-
have a
a
little
Corona.
ticket thing. Yeah,
you get
yeah.
a Corona, or you get a Dr. Pepper, or something like that. That's how you get
Yep.
it. Or you get a
Did-
nacho platter. Something fun.
The Cornercade's here. Cornercade, did you get the whatever it's called again? What is it?
Claw
The
machine?
crane,
The
the
ball
claw machine.
claw? Yeah. No, you could put little shooters in that for for whiskey shooters in that thing. That could pick it up.
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah.
Steps. You did it to yourself. You can complain all you want, but
Yeah.
now you got us all fired up as to how we're going to take our friends to the cleaners with these home arcade games
You know what?
that are also Xboxes.
I tell you what, like I was huge into Arcade 1-Up, and I have the At Games Legends Ultimate. I don't know what that thing is, the arcade stick thing, and man, I was really into it a couple years ago, but this last year they've really I'm not into it like right now. Like these machines out here, I need to give them some love, but it's sad.
Yeah.
But you know, it brought me to all of you guys that are here, and I appreciate some of you guys, some of the new friendships, and even though like some of these companies aren't what they used to be, it doesn't matter. It's all about relationships and meeting new people. Now, like we're into pinball now, and I think for me now, like I'm starting to get into toys again, which is even more insane. So, but some of these are toys. Everything here is a toy. Video games are toys. So I don't know where the line is.
There is no line.
It's an Xbox.
Yeah, that's an Xbox.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's all Xboxes.
Everything. The world is an Xbox.
But back to that though, I didn't think it was a bad idea for the campaign to say everything's an Xbox because as far as console goes, they're the lowest selling console, right? Like they don't compared to PlayStation and Switch, like they're way far behind. So it's like, what else do we have that's going to make us money? It's the Game Pass. Like we gotta, let's just promote the crap out of that. Like that's kind of how I feel. It's like, well, that's the only thing we really have left. Like let's just try to promote this to get people on board to play these games on something else.
Well, and I gotta wonder if it's a case like with Nintendo and the Wii U, where a lot of people thought it was just a accessory to the Wii. If that's Microsoft's Xbox biggest issue, is that for the regular person out there, they're looking at it and going, okay, which one is your newest system? Is the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Xbox 360? Are we talking the Series X? So their naming scheme has probably been like one of their greatest detractors for a lot of people to get into that ecosystem, as they're kind of just like, which one am I looking at buying? And so grandma is like, oh, my grandson wants the Xbox system. Which one do I get? The 360 seems to be the newest one. I'll buy that for him. Here you go, Sonny. And he's like, well, this is 4 generations behind, Grandma. You're a loser. It's one of those things where they haven't done themselves any favors by not trying to have a scheming setup to begin with. Had they just started out with, we're going to start it with Xbox, and then it'll be the Xbox Series 360, and then the Xbox Series One, or something like that, people might have been like, okay, I can at least get behind this and follow what's going on. And so now they're just like, we're not selling systems, but we're selling the software. So let's just go ahead and call everything Xbox. You went to Taco Bell? That's an Xbox you got.
Chipotle.
Oh, that's right. Steps goes to Chipotle, where they're out of guacamole. But they got Xboxes.
So I didn't know this was a thing, but Video Game Vegas said that they just ordered the new Ambassador Games Electronic Pinball Machine Pro. I didn't know it was a thing, but when I was a kid, my parents bought me for Christmas. I was. They bought me for Christmas a pinball machine, that like a little pinball table that looks just like that thing. That's where my initial love for pinball started. It was like white and orange or something like that. It had two little flippers and a little thing that you did, and it had a yeah, it was like an electronic score counter at the top. It was pretty neat that you could just pick it up and tilt it though too, I guess. Although I didn't do that very often, but yeah.
Why does Mike Tyson refuse to play PlayStation? Travis,
I don't know. Hey, I don't know.
you're the Mike
Not
Tyson
going.
expert.
I'm not going down the route with my close personal friend, Mr.
Holy
Tyson.
catfish!
I'm not even gonna ask.
No, maybe Keyboard Chris will look it up, but I don't know anything about the Ambassador Pinball Pro. It sounds cool. It's got a cool name. One is a Pac-Man
I've
one.
seen
Well,
the Ambassador pin. I don't know if it's the Pro, but the regular one. That one seemed, pretty interesting. I think it was like $60, and the Pro
Yeah.
was like over $100. I guess he's
oh,
an Xbox. Oh my gosh!
Uh,
And they look interesting. The Pro, I mean, from what I saw, it lights up, and
yeah.
it's cool. It's a neat little thing. If you just want to have a pinball to sit on a
Little
table and stuff,
tabletop.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's anything to be like too serious about. Not like a regular pinball, but it's still kind of neat.
speaking of pinball, we'll move on. This was kind of news from last week.
We've made major improvements to the inside.
Xbox.
Is this an Xbox?
For sure. Look at that. It says right there.
No. Did you guys download the new app, the update for the Stern app? And what do you think?
No. I did not.
Yeah.
No.
I sure did.
No.
I know.
What'd you think?
It's a lot better than it was. It doesn't sign me out all the time. It's easier to navigate. There are more features now. You can do there's global leaderboards now and stuff like that.
But it still doesn't have friends leaderboards, unless I'm missing it.
Not yet. I mean, you can still look at other people's, your friends.
You can, but why can't we just easily compare our scores? Stern, if you're out there, that's all I want.
No. There was a laundry list of Stern requests that we had last week or 2 weeks ago.
Video Game Vegas has a cool bathroom.
The toilet is an Xbox, yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. I think you can share your achievements and your trophies on here easier to social media. And it does say if Dathan got that really good score on X-Men, it said he was in the top 5% of players when I was looking at his profile, so that's pretty cool. But
yeah.
Oh geez. My toilet also has a flipper like a pinball machine. Only one though. Wow. Well, let's not get into the bidet talk, please.
So what's the difference between I go to the store and I'm like, this one can flush 8 golf balls, and this one can flush 3 pool table balls. What's the difference? I don't know.
Steps. I picked up Dragon Quest 3.
Yeah, Steps. We saw you playing it online. I don't know. You were streaming it on my break this morning. I think was it this morning? Yeah. Are you liking it? Chris, have you started playing it?
Actually, hold on. That's the one. That's the one that I had. The Atomic Pinball. You called it Goofyfoot. That's the one that my parents got me. But they got it for me in 1986 or something. So that's kind of on them, I guess. I didn't realize that they got me such a used toy and made me so happy. That makes me kind of sad inside now that I think about it. Christmas wasn't as magical as I thought. Found it at Goodwill or something. Hey, our kid will like this. Yeah, our kid will like this, and this box isn't beat up too bad. Get this for Christmas. He'll think he's special. And I did, for a couple weeks. Man, I'm taking that one back.
Hey, that's all about
Well, hey, This is a good time to keep your Amazon boxes and put all that stuff you don't want in them, and then just leave it out on your porch. Somebody will come
Yeah,
call
so somebody will come
No,
pick
I
it
love
up.
that. I love that video of the guy that all he does is how he changes the cat litter. He just when he
Yeah.
changes the cat litter, he just puts it in an Amazon box and puts a label on it and puts it outside. And then the
Yeah.
porch pirates just take away his cat litter for him. It's like no problem. It's like done and done.
It's Christmas is fun. Yeah, I mean, hey, I didn't know. And to their credit, maybe that machine sat around for forever. Like I don't know if they took it off the market. Yeah, okay. See, I don't feel so bad now.
I
mean,
don't
kind
know.
of.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. You guys, the chat's popping off tonight. Here we go. The new
Oh, yeah.
ambassador regular has just released as well in a Pac-Man. Like I'm just not into Pac-Man like you guys are. I mean, like Galaga. I can't talk. Galaga guy. Like Galaga is cool. I like
Yeah,
Galaga,
that's
the
why.
game Galaga, but
That's why.
Pac-Man, no. I
The
don't
the
know.
problem with me and Pac-Man is I stink at it. That's the problem.
It's
And I try to
boring.
do better, and it doesn't work. Yeah, that's the reason why I don't really. I like Miss Pac-Man better. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can play some Miss Pac-Man because getting to different boards and stuff. But Pac-Man itself, I'm just terrible at it. Like if I clear the board twice, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. And it's got to be on turbo mode too. I can't play anymore on the old like slow versions of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I need him to be sped up.
Yeah, yeah.
The technology's not that cool to keep you enthralled at the original speed it could go at.
Does Galaga guy? You don't like Chipotle?
No, I don't like Taco Bell or Chipotle. I just don't
What?
really. Yeah, I know.
Sir,
What
Have you not had the chips?
at Chipotle?
I need to get. I keep missing my sound for that.
It's totally fair.
It's fine. You don't have to look for it. We're okay.
It's chips
What a
though.
lovely thing
so
to
do you at
say.
least go to like a good Mexican restaurant though?
Here it is.
This Chipotle, a different
I
one,
will.
is out of guacamole, out of chips.
Some of them are out of the chips.
I will go because my wife really likes Mexican food, so I'll go with her. And there's something on the menu I usually can find, but like I don't really care for like Mexican food very much. Like it's okay to me. Like yeah,
Where do you live? Do
I'm
you live in Ohio? Where do you live?
yeah I live in
Wisconsin?
Ohio, so
You live in
Oh,
Ohio.
right.
Ohio.
Do they have good Mexican
Yeah,
food? I don't think they have. It sounds like they don't have good Mexican food in Ohio.
I don't know. I've never liked it, so I'm the wrong person to
Yeah.
ask. Like, yeah.
Well, you gotta
My-
head to like Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan, eat Mexican food there, and then come back and tell us if you like it or not.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that may be part of
Yeah.
it, right? Like it may be. And
Yeah.
in the West Coast we have a lot of like a lot of the legit influences here. I'm not saying it's not in Ohio. I'm not positive. You know what I mean? But so
Yeah.
Until they take
it's
all
a
our
different review.
illegal work away, like we got some good Mexican food right now. Is that
But and you have to be you as well. Like even if you go to Mexico, though, everything is so regional too, just like it is in the U.S. So that's also kind of dangerous too to say
Yeah.
like, oh, just head over to Mexico, tell me what you think. But like on the coastal towns, some of the best seafood you're gonna have is there. Like
Nice.
if you enjoy seafood, some of the best you'll ever have is there. So
Yeah, I like seafood. Yeah.
yeah. Head out to Mazatlan then.
I've
Prawns
heard
as big as your
Nebraska
fist.
has some really good seafood.
Yeah. Anywhere that you've got to have it air flowing in, because you're landlocked, not going to be the same.
What's like the good food in Ohio? Like is there like a special dish that everyone eats, or I'm just curious.
No,
We're going off track now.
I don't really know. I don't know if anything really is. I know that Skyline, the chili, that's usually like what everyone is like. It
chili.
only makes it in Ohio, and it's like these like chili dogs, and also too they have like chili spaghetti that they make with it. Like that's kind of like and it only is like in Ohio. Like they try to do it in other states, and like it always fails. But somehow in Ohio it always works. I don't know why.
What
I
part of
think it's
Ohio do you
okay.
live in?
My address is no.
No. But what part? My
North.
family upped and moved to Ohio when I was in elementary school, and I spent 1 year there. But I guess I was like
Yeah.
on the Kentucky border, so I was in Wheelersburg, which I guess is a
I
pretty
live.
scary part of Ohio.
Yeah, I live like northwest Ohio. Is kind of where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
Like
What
I'm
an
like
ugly
2
thing to
hours.
say.
If you're on the Kentucky border, I was 2 hours. I'm like 2 hours north of Cincinnati.
Yeah. No,
So
this was like the south end of it, right? And it was where
yeah.
all the hillbillies are or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
What's it?
became friends with somebody in Kentucky, and they were like, "Man, I'm from Kentucky, and I wouldn't even go to the city that you lived in for a year." He's like,
What's
"That place is
Skyline?
sketch."
So that Skyline is a chili place.
So Skyline is just a restaurant that they're known for the chili, and they have like hot dogs you can put it on, and then they have like spaghetti you put it on, and it's
What?
just like Skyline chili. That's
Do you
what it
guys
is.
have?
Spaghetti with chili?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You know what
yeah.
this?
Yes, I used to watch the
What
Food
an
Network
ugly thing to say.
channel all
Fair
the
enough.
time.
Sure.
And Guy Fieri used to do the where he'd drive his
Oh,
car
God,
to
Guy
all the
Fieri.
different
Yeah.
places.
Diners,
And
drive-ins,
he
and
went to a
dives.
place where they put chili on spaghetti and topped it with cheese and other stuff.
Yep.
It was Skyline chili. That's what it was.
Yep. So it's more of a sweet chili. So I'm more of a spicy chili guy. So
Yeah.
like it's pretty good. Like I'll eat it if it's around. But like I like the spice in it. So
Thumper's
You
good.
guys-
I went to Wisconsin for a family thing. I thought it was awesome. Like I thought the food there was just like total like just I don't know. It wasn't comfort food, so it's not like Southern comfort food, but in a way it's like comfort food. Like it was rich and bad for you and good all at the same time. I liked it.
Oh, Meatball Saucy says there's
Lupe's
an
Escape
epic,
on Highway. Yeah. Lupe's Escape is pretty good. Yeah.
Wow, cool. I'm
never
down
eaten
for a
that
good burrito.
Burgerville steps. Never eaten at Burgerville.
You've eaten
Oh,
at
that is.
Burgerville?
No, I've never eaten there. I don't know
Oh,
what that
okay.
is.
It's a Northwest thing.
It's a Northwest thing. Like if you've ever had an In-N-Out, my review of In-N-Out at the time that I had it, finally decades into my life or whatever, was that it was about like Burgerville, but Burgerville was better. And that wasn't like me being a jerk. I just thought it was that way, you know.
Burgerville
I
sounds
think
like
In-N-Out is
a
better than
like
Burger.
90s.
You like it better?
No,
Yeah.
I'm disagreeing with you on that one. I'd rather have Killer Burger than
I've never had it.
In-N-Out any day of the week. Any day.
Killer Burger is really good.
I've never had Killer Burger,
Burger
yeah.
is really good.
Killer Burger's good.
Killer Burger is amazing. But like it's not that's like high class fast food. Like
yeah.
I don't know, there's different
So what
versions.
would you think?
fast
Would
food.
you consider In-N-Out high class burger food?
No.
Or just,
No.
Okay.
But I'm saying
No, but he's
if you
saying
want,
Killer,
like
Killer Burger, yeah.
Killer Burger is not a drive-through. Like it's a sit-down
No.
place to have like a beer and a burger.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like a Red Robin.
No, don't compare
No.
Red Robin. Don't put those two together.
Red
in the
Robin
same
is
sentence
terrible.
at all.
Okay.
Red
What's the
Robin
price,
does have a good beer selection. I'll give them that.
They're Seattle-based. They're,
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Culver's is really good. I don't know if you guys have Culver's out there, but that's like
No.
they have really good burgers.
No Culver's.
Yeah, it's mostly because of the they have like they do something with the buns that are like what are they, like sweet, like Hawaiian rolls.
Sweet
almost.
onions or whatnot. Sweet Hawaiian, yeah.
Yeah, so like sweet Hawaiian rolls almost, and it's like and they have custard, frozen custard instead of ice cream, which tastes exactly the same. I don't know why they just call it custard, but
You know what they need?
Really good.
You know what they need to bring back? Hot and Now.
I do. Hot Now was.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Remember. There used to be one.
They went
on,
out
I
of
think,
business.
there used to be
Lancaster,
one
right?
On Powell. On Powell.
Oh,
Boulevard,
on
there
Powell
used to be
in
one.
Portland?
Mhm.
Yeah. I want a place where I can get a burger for, what was it, 20 cents? And just not question it.
They still have the building is still there on PAL, but it's something different. It's a different burger chain. It's like one of the third-party ones that they have.
Yeah. In and Out or Hot and Now was pretty scary. I'll go with you, Video Game Vegas. I don't think Red Robin's horrible. I think I like their fries. Yeah. And I would actually say their campfire sauce. That's okay.
Video Game Vegas. I did hear that they are building a huge In-N-Out in Vegas on the Strip. That would be cool to go to. So maybe we need,
if I go to
need
Culver's,
to go to Vegas.
If I go to Culver's, can I get deep fried cheese curds?
Yes.
If they start, yeah. Okay, and they're gonna squeak, so they're gonna be fresh.
There you go. I don't know. Ours is. I mean, they just taste like cheese curds that are
Deep
fried.
fried
I don't know
cheese
if they're...
curds. Yeah. If they're squeaky.
Yeah.
That's what all the Wisconsin people were asking me. Hey, did you get cheese curds? And I said, yeah, I got some at the Packers game. And they're like, yeah, but were they squeaky? And I was like, yeah, they were. And they're like, oh, thank goodness you got a good.
What does
Wisconsin.
that mean?
When you bite into it, because of the, I mean, I'll tell you what I think is it's when you bite into it. There's so much sodium in the cheese that the grit from the sodium hitting against itself kind of squeaks, like when you're biting it. And so I didn't think about it at the time when I was eating it, but when they asked me when I got to their house after the game, they're like, what, do you have the cheese curds? I was like, yeah. They're like, were they fresh? Were they squeaky? And I was like, yeah, actually they were. And then every time that I went out for bar food after that, I could tell what they were talking about, So it looks like Thumper Squid knows what I'm talking about. So, or maybe.
Because of the implication.
You know where I've had good cheese curds is the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Tillamook cheese in Ohio? Have you had Tillamook cheese?
I've never heard of it. If it is here, I've never been there.
Okay.
So from my Wisconsin family, they come here and they buy the Tillamook cheese in bricks and take it back to Wisconsin. They love it that much. And they can't get it in Wisconsin, so I'm guessing if they can't get it there, you can't get it in Ohio. Yeah. So yes, but it is good. I mean, they know cheese, and they're like, man, this is so
Alecrian,
so
I love Shake Shack. Actually, I think Shake Shack
I haven't been there.
Is my favorite run right now. Yeah.
For burgers?
I've never been there.
For burgers and they have like you can get fries, but like they have like umami like on the fries you can get.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm all about that kind of stuff.
I thought you were going to say they have shakes there.
There is a local place where I grew up at. They're called Made Right, and it was like a loose meat sandwich. And that was like what we were known for around there because they were in like the Guinness Book of World Record for having the most gum on their walls. That's what they were known for. But sandwiches were good. But yeah, on the outside of the restaurant, the whole tradition is you had to put gum on the wall, and so they just have it covered, like from top to bottom in gum.
So funny.
Yeah. In Seattle, there's that gumball wall that's like completely covered in everyone's gum. Dathan probably knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. It's next to Market Street.
Jesus Christ, my God.
So, so Video Game Vegas, the White Castle cheeseburgers. They sell them at the Safeway, like at the grocery store here.
Yes.
So I would buy them and I'd take them home and I one time I was like, I picked up a box of them. My wife's like, "You're not getting those, are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I'm eating for dinner." And she's like, "No, you're not. That's gross." So I got them and I ate them and I didn't like them. Like I did think they were kind of gross. So, but to stick with the bit, I just kept getting them. And she's like, "You're not actually getting those." I'm like, "Oh no, they were really, really good." Because I was trying to trick her into eating them. And then finally, after like powering through like 8 boxes of them, she's like, "Let me try some of those." And then she tried it and she's like, this is so gross. And I'm like, yeah, okay, gigs up. They're pretty gross. I'm never buying them again. I was really committed to that, to getting her to suffer with me though, that I sat through like 8 boxes of them. So apologies if you like them, Video Game Vegas, but you know. Yeah, I didn't think they were, the sogginess and the steamedness of them I didn't think was very good.
The dream is dead.
If you get them from that, because I used to drive semi, and I got to
Yeah.
actually try them back in Detroit.
Yeah.
And so having them from the actual restaurant, they're not too bad, but
Okay.
yeah, the one time I tried them out of the box from the freezer section,
No, not good.
I didn't know I was going to have a colonoscopy the next day, so
Yeah, I was pretty committed to it. Like I said, I think it was 8 boxes, and I had to be like, no, these are really good. You should try them. And she's like, no, I'm going to get something else. You can go ahead and eat your White Castle burgers out of the microwave.
All right. This, yeah.
Well, there you go. It's been a lot of food stuff. Apologies.
Off the rails, we've gone.
Yeah.
this has been the doc.
We're going to go on a
section.
diet after this show.
Yeah, this is the Doc and Talk section, right?
Yes.
And we did need Eric here for this. He would have like a bunch of bits.
Eric would have had a lot of good input on this topic for sure.
About why everything sucked and how we should have gone to like Helvetia Tavern, although I don't think he's ever been there or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, you can't microwave a burger.
Well,
No
you
way.
can. I'm just telling you, it's not good. And then if you add dehydrated onions that then get steamed along with said microwaved burger, it only adds to the worstness of it. Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But
is it a microwave or an Xbox?
Is a microwave an
Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
It's a box shape.
I mean, they had the mini fridges at Xbox, right?
Do you realize that?
Well, I mean, somebody got doomed to play on a pregnancy test, so that must be an Xbox too.
Is that an Xbox?
That one I'm going to give a no to.
If you have to pee on it,
if you have to pee on it, then no, because I like where they're going with bringing all the stuff to the PC. I don't want to pee on the Xbox idea. So no. Sorry, you took it too far.
By the way, Galaga Guy is going to be is expecting a new child here, right? So is that a good segue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a child you're expecting?
Well, she is pregnant. We're gonna see what it turns out to be.
Maybe. Twist in the story. It's an Xbox.
Yeah.
Is maybe an Xbox?
It's gonna be like the scene from The Fly, but only it's gonna be an Xbox. Hold your baby, and it's a crying Xbox. Darn you, Microsoft.
Maybe you can get Microsoft to pay for it. You know, everything.
I don't know. They've probably been burning cash as quick as possible.
Like, why is this Xbox black? Anyways.
Just name it Game Pass.
Yeah. Name it Game Pass, yeah. Charge people $19.95 a month to hold it. I think is that what Game Pass is? Is it $20 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Or did they drop it?
No, it's more than that. Well, if you
it's
want
more
Game
than
Pass,
that.
If you want Game Pass Ultimate,
okay,
isn't that $30 a month?
No,
it's
20.
It's like 22.
20.
I'm about to get charged for it. I think my free.
Just go to CD Keys. You save 42% every time.
Save the money on it.
Yeah, I think a 3-month subscription is $27.
And
I've been using them for probably nine years now. I think.
So stupid. I hate this one.
No,
I'll be right back.
Great, I save money. So.
Or you just do the Microsoft Rewards and it's free for.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had it stacked up pretty good through the ambassador program, but now that the ambassador program is over, I am no longer getting any free Game Pass. So sad.
You're no longer an ambassador.
Nope. Been kicked out. All right, we'll talk about some more video game stuff here. We got a little bit. I didn't get a touch on this last week, but Nintendo officially announced that the Switch software will be playable on the successor. Chris, did this get you excited at all, buddy?
Yep, and they also that kind of got buried in that whole thing was they announced the first game that's going to be playable on the Switch 2 or whatever they decided to call it, which is it's Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. So I
I
don't know
didn't
if
hear
they're
that.
I don't know if they're going to do like a remaster version of it, or if it's going to be uh, higher frame rates or what they're going to do. But yeah, I had read an article where they talked about how they had officially announced that Tears of the Kingdom will be um, day one playable on the Switch 2 as a new version of it. So I don't know what they're going to do. But
Would you
hopefully,
buy another copy of Tears of the Kingdom? I'm not.
I'm kind of hoping it's a case where they'll just have like a free upgrade for those who buy the Switch 2.
It
So
won't be
if you,
free. It'll be like 10, $20. It won't be a free thing.
I mean, $10 would be fine with paying.
Yeah, I
if
agree.
it actually is an improvement over the Switch version.
Oh, here's a good question for you guys. Will the Nintendo Switch successor, the Nintendo Switch 2, is that an Xbox?
No.
It might be.
Are you sure?
I'm positive it's not. Those jerks won't let me have anything on PC outside of their little Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
No. Nope. They have that market locked tight and won't let it move.
But what
I
if
guess
they
they
can
don't
play
need to.
Game Pass?
No. Still no.
That's not an Xbox. If it can play Game Pass, it's not an Xbox.
Nope. No, I'm gonna stand firm that we will never see a Nintendo
Dathan?
Switch that is an Xbox.
What was it? Sorry, what was that?
If it can play Game Pass,
Okay.
is it an Xbox?
I would say yes, but I am 99.9% sure that it will not.
Yeah. They got that thing locked
tight.
tight.
If that 0.01%, if it can,
is it an Xbox? I mean, sure, why not? I guess.
It does.
Well, if Meatball Saucy can instruct me on how to get my Nintendo Switch to play great on my PC,
Meatball Saucy,
be
just be careful, bro, because those the ninjas will come out and get you from Nintendo.
I might be changing my tune, because this is why I have not played Legend of Zelda, or whatever the Zelda games were that were supposed to be really, really good. This is why I have not played them, is because I would have to play them on Switch, even though I own a Switch. Yeah. I'm not playing the Zelda game on it. I will continue playing the Mario Championship, but that's it.
What an ugly thing to say.
I know. It's just how it is. It's hooked up to the family TV, not to the me TV.
Did you get Nintendo Switch Online for it?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. $4 a month.
Something.
That's not bad. Yeah.
You have something invested in it.
Yeah. I'm no good. You guys school me hardcore on that, but that's to be expected.
All right, so Galaga Guy 88, he's got a couple arcade machines back there, and was that that's a TV back there? Are those all Xboxes? Right there, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's the one to the far left? It looks like dinosaur type. No, my left. So
that's Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles with a Switch in it, so
that's definitely an Xbox.
No, it's got a Switch in it, so nope.
This has got a Wii U or Wii in it, so this would be a no.
Yep.
And this one has a Sega Genesis in it, so
yes.
I thought everything was an Xbox.
No, not Nintendo branded.
This has an N64 on it, the TV.
No.
So.
But TVs are Xbox. We already learned that.
Yeah. Does the TV have its own OS? Is it like a Samsung TV with a ties-in OS?
It's the CRT.
No.
I don't think it has an OS.
Brutal. No. Microsoft's not going to be happy with you.
Yep.
They might as well all be cat litter boxes.
Yeah.
There goes that sponsorship.
Yep.
We can get
Yeah.
into our VHS porno collection,
Fair. It's fair.
I do have a CRT that has a VHS in it, so yeah.
Oh, that'll.
We can get into our VHS porno collection.
Is that legit Battletoads though? Is that what you have loaded on there?
I have it skinned as that. I have Battletoads
okay.
Cartridge. Yeah, but right now it has Robotron. It's a Williams collection. It has like Robotron, Defender, Joust on it.
Oh, cool.
But you can play any Sega game. You can just swap out cartridges.
Altered Beast.
Sheldon, Meatball Saucy says 3 of the 7 of his arcades are Xboxes. So,
okay.
I'm slacking.
Might be able to. Yeah, might be able to get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That is an interesting promo though. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Microsoft does. I mean, they're not going to have any exclusives, right? Have they announced exclusives?
There are no exclusives. Yeah, well,
right.
I think the big thing is, are they going to port Halo to everything else at this point? That's kind of
like the nail in the coffin. Like if they do that, it's like
that's their flagship. Yeah. If they do that, are people going to be jumping off bridges and is it going to be a dark day? Yeah, or Forza. Forza has been with Xbox since the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they still do Project Gotham Racing, or is that not a thing anymore?
That's not a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Forza took it out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was a fun game.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's like every time Xbox gets an exclusive, they're like, "Oh, Indiana Jones!" Like, yes, we're getting an exclusive game. They're like, "Oh, PlayStation will get it eventually." And you're like,
"Oh,
thanks."
Did you just mention Indiana Jones?
Yep.
Yeah.
When is that one coming out?
Next month, man.
It's next month. Okay. And it is coming to PC at the same time, I believe, right? Like they were not. This was going to be an Xbox exclusive, but then they busted it like right away.
PC is an Xbox, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I think this game, from what I've seen of it, looks really good.
Yeah. I wanted to give this one a go.
Yeah. We're going to have to get this.
I don't need to. I've got Game Pass, so I'll have this day one.
Oh yeah, because that was the controversy, right? Was they put it out there right away, or was that not controversy?
No,
I don't think it was controversy. It was this is what they were really promoting to buy Game Pass. I think when they had their in the summertime.
Okay. Well, their controversy was the fact that they broke Game Pass up into 3 different ones. So unless you have the highest tier of $19.99 for the Ultimate, you can't play it day one.
Okay, Video Game Vegas is not going to buy it. Meatball Saucy is going to buy it. I'm going to play it. I think what I heard people were complaining about, it'll go.
Oh, it's first person, isn't it?
Yeah, it's first person,
That's
but
my
some people don't
problem
like the fighting mechanics. So
I think I might be out because it's first person. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it switches to third.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you do the fighting sections, it switches to third person view.
What about the romance? Is that in third person? Dathan?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ! My God.
the bedroom time. I don't know. All right, we'll move on. I will play it on PS5. Thumper Squid says.
Yeah, isn't it like
that might be the way to go?
It's so much time, and then all of a sudden it's going to be on PlayStation. Is it like a month or something, or
a year?
A year.
I think it's roughly a year. It might be 6 months.
I heard it might be like spring.
I mean, we'll see. I actually, when I was testing with, I was doing some benchmarking with Cyberpunk because I haven't played that game, and I actually did play it for about 3 hours last week, and I initially haven't played that game because the first person part of it kind of turned me off a little bit, even though like I'm a big Doom fan and all that stuff. Um, but for adventure games, for some reason, I hate it. But that actually worked pretty well. It didn't. I actually was getting into playing the game, so maybe the first person won't bother me in Indiana Jones.
Well, it's the same developers that made Wolfenstein New Order.
Oh, I haven't played them. I have them, but I actually haven't played those. I've heard good things
So
though.
the first one they came out with was pretty good.
Okay.
The most recent one that they did, I didn't care too much for.
Okay.
I don't remember what the name of that one was.
The one that I got because it came with the video card was Wolfenstein Youngblood.
That's the one.
That's
that
the
I
one you
didn't
didn't
care for.
like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. That's in my backlog. Like that's something that I forget I have, and then every once in a while I see it down there at the bottom. I'm like, that's right, these games got good reviews. I should probably install it and fire it up, but I haven't. I just collected it because it came coupon code, you know.
Yeah.
You know what this game would look really cool in? Would be VR.
Yeah.
And now that I guess an Oculus or whatever is an Xbox.
Yep.
So why not? Like, right?
Heck yeah.
But if they ported this to PlayStation VR, like I would buy it again. Like this would look cool in VR. That just came to me.
You'd buy the PlayStation VR again?
Holy catfish! I would buy that. I wouldn't buy the PlayStation VR. I already have it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you already have it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I never use it.
Yeah. The Arkham Shadow. What are you going to play that on, Meatball Saucy?
You can only play it on Quest 3. Or
Is
Quest
it Quest 3 exclusive?
Okay, the correct answer was an Xbox.
Yeah, on an Xbox. Yeah, actually. But no, I didn't know if they released that for PlayStation or not. With the VR headset for the PlayStation, but they did not, huh?
No. I think Meta or Oculus or Facebook or whoever the hell it is anymore nowadays paid for exclusive rights to it.
Okay. I have a Quest 2, do not have a Quest 3.
So the 3S Meta Quest 3S is 300 and it comes with the Batman game, so
yeah.
Not
it's tempting.
Priced. Yeah.
Yeah. Super tempting, Galaga guy, but like I was super stoked that they released Seventh Guest for Quest, and enough to where I bought it twice. I bought it on Steam so that I could play it using using Steam VR, right, so that I can get better resolution. Then I ended up rebuying it to play it on Quest, and like unplugged, right, so that I could just do it from anywhere. Even though I do have like virtual desktop working and all that stuff too, it's still kind of a pain in the butt. But I just am no good at consistently playing VR. It's a little bit too uncomfortable to just feel like relaxing and playing a game. I'd rather just relax and play a game, you know? Yeah, totally. But I did play this week. I played Beat Saber actually for about an hour one night. I saw the quest in there and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play Beat Saber. Popped it on and played it. So randomly I do, but like a game like Arkham Shadow, I'm guessing that requires a good amount of hours to be spent into it. And I just am bad at being consistent with those. I beat the Half-Life one that came out, and then that was the longest I've played an actual title like that. Every other one loses my attention.
Would you play, Travis? Would you play this game? And
maybe.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, I figure I need to talk about it because I have this in the title of this episode.
Yeah.
But Lego Horizon Adventures. I'm playing this with my son right here, and we've been having a blast with it so far. Like it's pretty easygoing Horizon. Like, oh, there's the menu.
Oh, but it's the yeah, so it's just
It's
a
the
Lego
first.
game, but in the event or whatever they call that, the
Yeah,
Horizon
whatever
Zero
the first
Dawn.
game was. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think those games are way fun actually. All the Lego games I thought were fun.
You get to fight people. You get to fight
Yeah.
those robot things.
Yeah.
So
Is it
this is
puzzle based too? Like are there interactive puzzles and all that good stuff, or
you
is
know,
it
I
mainly
haven't
just run
had too
around
many
and fight?
puzzles yet. So you do get to build up your village,
Okay.
and so it's got like that kind of aspect to it. But there's also
Yeah.
this fighting aspects, and you're adventuring around, and
Yeah.
like right here, you got to save the villagers that are in that cage right there. So once you take out all the bad guys here, you unlock like a new Lego character.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the Lego games are fun. Like I was surprised because I bought one used back in the day and popped it into the Xbox and was like this and spent hours and was like this is really fun. Yeah, and it was Lego Star Wars Meatball. That's the one that I bought and tried it out, thought it was great. And then randomly I've picked up some over time. I've never beaten one though, but I've spent hours playing them.
Oh, I've 100%ed Lego Jurassic Park.
Oh, is that
game.
right?
That one,
It caught you good?
that one, me and my whole family, we sunk over 100 hours into that game. It gets crazy. There's a Lego Star Wars game.
Uh-huh.
I finished the game, but like, if you want to 100% the game,
Yeah.
you're insane.
Like hundreds of hours to get through it.
Hundreds of hours
Yeah.
going to every planet, figuring out every little thing.
What made the Lego Jurassic Park? Because the one thing that I will say about the ones that I've tried, because there was a period where I was buying them like on the 360 and I was buying them used, and they all felt very samey to me. So what was it about the Jurassic Park one that stuck with you?
Yeah,
Was it
well,
just
and
that it's Jurassic Park, or
let me first make the distinction. Like, those games were made by TT Games.
Okay.
This game is not made by the same publisher, so it's got that Lego style, but it's not made by TT Games.
Okay.
So I think they last worked on Star Wars. They might be working on a new Harry Potter Lego game. I'm not exactly sure. That's kind of the rumors, what I'm hearing, but there's something big that they're working on. I don't know exactly. They've already done Harry Potter, so it's like, I don't know. But
does it play different? In other words, or are they just trying to kind of mimic and keep the same style that the original TT Games people did?
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar. The Jurassic Park one is cool because you get to go to every movie except for like the newer ones.
Okay.
But all the original movie, the dialogue and the actors' voices are in the game, which makes it really cool.
So that's what sucked you in, was kind of just the environment and all of that, like
and
the
then
lore around it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. Yeah, here's a leaker in, of course. Here we go. Which the majority of the original developers left and started a new studio and made Funko Fusion. Okay. I'm not into Funko Pops.
He really isn't a Funko Pop, so if you want to send him gifts of Funko Pops,
no,
Garage Gamer will really take them.
Okay.
I am into the McFarlane Funko Pops, whatever those are called.
The what?
These things. I got it right here.
Oh.
Those things
dioramas.
Uh-huh.
Dang. They're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is
I was looking about that.
Yeah, so I have the small ones, but then I was in Best Buy the other day and they have the small ones are 1/10 scale. These ones are even bigger. They're 1/6 scale. And I saw this one at Best Buy the other day. I was like, "Oh god, it looks nice." And McFarlane's smart. Like, he's making statues of his old artwork. So
I think he's making of his the comic book covers that he did.
They can't make Marvel toys because Hasbro has the license apparently, but they can do like a static statue. So I'm really excited to see where they come out. They go with these ones. So like I went ahead and bought this online, and then I saw too there's a black one. I might have to get the black one. It's bad. Like I'm a toy tuber now. I'm not into Funko Pops except for the ones that don't have the blank stare eyes. I also like the blacklight reactive ones, and I just got Professor Hinkle and his rabbit from Frosty the Snowman. Chris, do you know what he's talking about?
I don't know about the
Chris is the Funko guy.
I don't know about the Professor Hinkle, but I know what the blacklight reactive ones are. Because I ended up getting one of their special pop can ones. But the other one that I've been getting into is the NECA toys. So like,
oh yeah,
you know, Ghost Face. It's got all the items in there and everything.
Wait, put that back. I want to see if I can get you full screen here. Here's Galaga guy.
But like, you know,
are you just gonna leave him in the box?
Oh yeah, because you can see everything there. So, but it's got like the different face masks and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I've been getting into these ones, and I find them on sale, and I'll usually buy them. But I've got like Terminator 2, Predator 2, Back to the Future. So they're
cool.
They're kind of, I think, quality wise, they're up there with the Todd McFarlane ones too.
Thumper Squid says he collects Hot Wheels. He just got the new Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, Dathan. Does that make you happy or what? No.
Well, of course. Well, why wouldn't it? Anybody that can support the Transformers, that's a first class in my book.
So stupid. I hate this one.
Do you have any of the Hot Wheels Transformers, Dathan?
I do. I have all the ones that have come out. I got one of my buddies down in California. He goes hunting for them all the time, and he bought like 7 of the Optimus Primes, and he sent me one.
Dathan, has McDonald's ever done Happy Meal Transformer stuff?
No.
They did GoBots.
They did GoBots, okay. And they are currently doing Mario Kart right now. Right. As we speak.
If McDonald's did Happy Meal toy Transformer stuff, would you have to go collect all those too?
I think it depends on what they are, what they look like. You asked me 35 years ago. Yes.
It would have been yes, right?
Yeah.
I was wondering because our grandma was an antique collector, and one of the things that she was really big on was getting the collectible stuff from Happy Meals. Mm-hmm. So like she would go and like drive around town to collect all these like Happy Meal toys. So like her house had a ton of them. And apparently the resale value on those was pretty crazy good, like 20, 30 years after they were out, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, Travis, I wondered, yeah.
We went to the Toys That Made Us panel at PRGE, a couple of us here. Do you know what the first Happy Meal toy was?
No, I have no idea.
And if Galaga guy knows, you're free to answer it too.
No idea.
It was Star Trek.
No way.
Star Trek, the motion picture. And it was at Burger King. Before McDonald's had put them into their Happy Meals.
Did Burger King beat McDonald's to a Happy Meal, basically?
That was the first one that had a toy.
Wow.
And it was like 1979. So there you go.
That wasn't even a kid's movie, really.
No, it was
the
head of Paramount at the time, because the budget for Star Trek was ballooning, was like, just license this out to whoever. Let's make money.
Just get some money back before it tanks.
And Burger King was the one that paid for it.
Yeah, they had an insane budget, and they're really worried about the box office returns.
That has to have been like a Jeopardy question at some point. If not, it's got to be one.
Yeah.
Like
So
that's a good bit of trivia.
the toys that made us should be coming out. The new season should be coming out, I think, next year. So we're gonna have to look for the Happy Meal toy one. I don't know if they've done
Okay.
have they done a
Yeah.
Transformers one, Dathan? But
Mm-hmm.
we need to
Yeah.
do we need to wait for that GoBots one because GoBots is better than Transformers, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just
Jesus
fire it up
Christ,
here.
my
There
God.
you go. I was waiting for it.
I went down a rabbit hole after one of our podcasts looking up like 80s toys that I forgot about. Like just random toys that, that like my parents would give me, like action figures and stuff like that. And that was pretty interesting, trying to remember all of the random stuff that came out like in little flashes, it seems like,
Didn't Dathan, didn't GoBots, didn't that come out before Transformers, or was Transformers before GoBots? I almost think GoBots was before Transformers. Am I losing it?
I can't remember. I know they were right. I think it was GoBots first. I think.
So yeah, so shouldn't we should give credit to GoBots. They were the ones that did all this stuff first. If that is the case. If I'm wrong here, please someone in the chat tell me, but like I don't know. They were the trendsetter. So maybe we should be paying more attention to GoBots.
No, we shouldn't. I think I'm not gonna. If I have an Optimus Prime toy, I'm gonna play with that more than I am a GoBot.
Where's the GoBots convention? Where's the GoBots toys? They need to bring them back. Maybe McFarlane Toys needs to bring those back. I don't know.
They came out the same year.
Yeah, well, I know.
There
was a cartoon too.
Yeah,
there was a cartoon.
The toys for
California
GoBots were usually the higher selling one.
The random line that I collected briefly, because I think it was only in the US for like 6 months at Toys R Us, was the Supernaturals by Tonka Toys. Do you remember that?
I think GoBots was probably Tonka.
Was GoBots Tonka?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Supernaturals were these weird, like little plastic things that were hologram, like faces on them.
Right.
Like they were little ghost figures or something.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like, and that's what I was looking up. Like there was Boglins. Like I was looking up like all of the random stuff that happened, that when we were kids, right? That, that would release to Toys R Us briefly for like, well, some of them for a couple of years, but then I just completely forgot about. So I bet that Toys That Made Us thing would be pretty fun to actually go through and watch. I bet it'd, trigger a lot of memories.
Cyclone, he was the bad guy. He was pretty cool, Meatball Saucy. I don't know.
That's maybe a fever dream, but didn't they do the Transformers Beast Wars at McDonald's? Or am I totally off?
Oh,
Dathan would know. He's the super
Maybe
fan.
they did. I know that
for some reason I'm remembering as a kid something about someone. I thought somewhere someone had a Beast Wars Happy Meal toy. I don't know.
I don't remember all that much.
It looks like it.
The only images I'm not a Beast Wars.
In 1996.
I'm not a Beast Wars person at all. And that does kind of make sense because the Beast Wars cartoon, I think, was around the mid-90s, I think.
Okay, yeah. 96
Some of it
looks like.
Shotgun Sean, we already had the fast food discussion on this show.
Yeah, you missed that one.
John's struggling a little bit right now. John's struggling.
You missed your munchie talk earlier, dude. So the you didn't miss anything, Dathan. Those toys look pretty sad. I just found them on Google. You're okay. You're okay without them.
Yeah.
I would assume so. I think I can kind of picture the packaging. That's kind of what I'm kind of remembering. But I don't remember. I may have gotten some toys, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Well, I see it's getting late. Galaga guy, what time is it over there in Ohio?
It's 1:45 a.m.
1:45, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So maybe we'll wrap it up here. Everyone needs to go, if you're not already and you're watching this, go subscribe to Galaga Guy 88's YouTube channel. He's only 10 away or something like that from 500, right?
Well, I was 12 away. Maybe I'm at 10 now, but yeah, I'll say 12
You might
away.
be. Yeah, but everyone get him to 500 so we can super chat him. And
12 away. 12 away. Yeah.
And you want to? What things do you got coming up on your channel? You got some. You're going to do an interview with Token Taverns thing.
Yeah. That's next week. We're going to be doing that with him. Going to be doing some giveaways of his movie, as well as once we hit the 500, which hopefully it'll be here soon. We have giveaways we're going to be doing for that too. I'm going to be doing a tour of the boiler room, my last one, because I'm moving. Yeah, so it'll be last tour of that. So
you're getting a new house in Ohio. Are you gonna have like a whole room for the arcade, or what? How's that gonna work?
I'm gonna have a whole basement again. That's one of the requirements. I was like, it has to have a basement, but obviously it's gonna be one you can actually have a family room in or something. So I don't know how it's all gonna work out, but it's gonna be nice, a lot better than this. So it'll be great. But besides that, I think that's pretty much. Oh, of course, Arcades Anonymous on Wednesdays. I do a show with Gamer Fridge on Mondays. You can check that out too. So, and then my show on Fridays, right before this show. So you could just do a whole. Remember back in the day, TGIF, like ABC Friday. That's us now.
Yeah, Family Matters. Right. You had Step by Step.
Yep.
Perfect Strangers.
Yep.
And I'm missing one.
There was Sabrina the Teenage Witch or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Boy Meets World, that was on there too.
Oh, Boy Meets World, yeah.
Was Full House on there?
Full House, Full House came on first.
Yeah.
Family Matters. I think you said that right.
Yeah, Full House, then Family. I always like the ones where they did the characters from one show went on to the other show. Yeah. Like you had Urkel go on to Full House.
The original multiverse.
Yeah. That blew your mind.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. My favorite on Family Matters was whenever Steve would drink that potion and become Stefan.
Yeah,
he was the cool guy, went from Steve to Stefan. Even though it was the same name, he just pronounced it differently. I love
Who would have ever thought Lori Loughlin would be a jailbird? Aunt Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe the new president will give her a pardon.
No, she's okay. She's out now.
Well, she's out now.
But she served her time. I'll give her credit. She went and did that. Good on her. I never would have thought that being a kid watching Full House.
Hey, you got to support your kids.
Well, it's like Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show, you know.
Yeah, you would have never thought that either, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was the quintessential TV father, you know, everybody wanted to have, and then
Deep Dark Secrets of Hollywood.
Well, it was obviously his Jello is not something you want.
And Mr. Brady was gay. Yeah. Bigger shock, Bill Cosby or Mr. Brady?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, bigger shock? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I could go back and watch the Brady Bunch. I can't watch the Cosby Show anymore.
Okay. So more traumatic would be the answer there. Yeah.
How this channel just branches off to these different, things.
What's the dad's name on Full House? What's his real name?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Yeah, seeing him on Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos, and then watching his
comedy stand up, very different.
Oh, yeah.
Very different.
Piece, by the way, but yeah. I just saw Dave Coulier has cancer.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
It is a bummer. But
Gold bucks.
he does have a treatable. It's very treatable. I don't know if his case is, but the kind that he does have is, and so I'm hoping that's his case.
Everyone go order McDonald's. Apparently, go get that Happy Meal.
Can't you just order it through like Uber Eats if you can't get there?
Yeah, get that. Be sure to get the Happy Meal with the Mario Kart stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, all right,
Order
wrapping it up
Burgerville.
here.
Yeah.
Everyone go subscribe to Galaga Guy.
Heck yeah.
Travis,
Thank you.
Dathan, Chris, any final thoughts before we go?
Eric, we miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully get you back on here in the next couple of weeks, and we're thinking about you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Give this video a like on whatever channel this is on. We appreciate it. Consider subscribing to all our channels. And hey, we'll see you. We'll be back next week. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks everyone for coming on. Galaga Guy, you're the man. So
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
we'll see you. Everyone have a good rest of your morning.